Halloween one.
What?
I got some Halloween material. You want me to make one?
What?
I got some. Oh boy. What's up, y'all? Oh, I had to get myself together today. For real. I started, well, I said I was gonna go live today. Then I said I ain't feel like it. And now I'm here. But one thing I did at least do is make sure I put my pot of rice on. Just in case I want to cook something else when I get off of here. Or even while I'm on here. What is this? I really don't even know what I want to work on today. I don't know. I should have put up a poll to see what I should sew next or make next. Cause sometimes I do earrings and stuff like that. But now that I do have the other one and it is a little wider, I might actually do actual headband. This is what I might do. I haven't sewn any headbands in a while. So I think that's what I'm gonna do today. Um with the new fabric that I have. I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So I need to clean my table off. I really didn't even plan on sewing at all today. I promise you. Okay, let's roll. I didn't plan on it. I need to take those. I got some stuff I need to clean off of here. One thing about a table, any type of crafts going on, it's gonna get messy. So I'm gonna grab. I'll do this one today. Okay, let me just get my roller on. Let me get rid of some of this stuff up here that I don't need. I got extra fabric up here. I can put my hot glue gun up because I'm not about to use that. This goes on my serger. Crafting is can be chaotic and takes up a lot of space. So got these scissors. Okay, got these two. Sit all those together. I still got wire from my thing I made up here. And I think it's just time for me to reset, clean my space. Oh goodness, I can't even push that in. I need to move those that I already worked on. Um, it's time to mail them off. They're done. This is more. This is. I always stumble across stuff I made. That's a sock lock that I made. I forgot all about that. Anyway, I got so much stuff. I'm gonna sit all this over there until that's completed. Um, throw some of this stuff away. Lord, have mercy. I'm just cleaning my table off right now. This over here. Oh, excuse me. I've been kind of chilling real hard today because while we didn't get a whole bunch of crazy weather, it did get real hot. So it's like 80. It felt like the high 80s today. Yeah. So I really didn't have, like I said, I didn't have any plans on doing anything today, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a headband out of this pretty little gold situation going on here. Bring y'all closer. Ain't she cute? I thought it was cute. Now I gotta remember my measurements for when I do headbands. Generally they're at least, let me make sure, I think like 16 inches if I'm not mistaken. The headbands that I make, it's like the knotted ones. So yeah, they're about 16 inches. And the length a lot of time is like 23 inches. And I generally do the 23 inches to make sure I have enough room for the knot and for it to go around the head. So that's what I'm about to do. Let me get the length I need out of this. I'm gonna need to see how long it is all together. My hand's ashy. Let me go put some lotion or something on my hand. I do not like working with ashy hands. It drives me crazy. Okay, so this one, let me see how long it is. Ooh, it's 28 inches. So I know definitely with this fabric, if I wanted to, I can make 2 headbands out of this one. Well, I just make one for now, but if I wanted to, say if I wanted to, you know, create just a random headband or something like that, I would be able to do that. So I'm trying to see, do I have a sample one somewhere? Let me see if I got a sample one. I need some lotion. Okay, I had to go get me a little piece of lotion too. It ain't nothing cute about. It's just something about the touch of the fabric and your hand real ashy, honey. I do not like it. It bothered me. I don't know about y'all, but okay. So I'll keep one of these. I already cut it in half. I'll put my other piece over on my bag over there. So now it's time to cut this thing down. So again, I do like for them to be a bit wide. I might actually leave it this wide. Let me see how wide it's not bad. It's kind of wide, but I might just leave it the way it is because I don't feel like overdoing it today. So this one is 29 inches long. I think I'm gonna cut it down to about, I'm gonna do 24 today. So I'm gonna make it a little different today. I'm gonna cut it at 24 inches. Ooh, okay, girl. So it's been a while since I made one of these. I don't remember. I forgot that quick. Oh my god. How did I forget? Okay, so generally what I do is I stitch down this end like this. Fold it just like this. But I'm debating on if I wanted this wide. I think I'm going to take a little bit off of it. So it is essentially almost like 14 inches. I don't want it that wide. But you know what? I can take that inch off when I sew it. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple pins to it. Today I'm going to use my my regular sewing machine. And we're going to stitch straight down. Right there. And I always start with a back stitch, of course. Now I'm going to back stitch when I get to the end of it. Of course, I'm going to remove the pins that I do have left over up here. Snip my thread. Now for this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut the little extra off because I did essentially I added I basically sewed off about a half an inch of what's already up here. So let me cut that off. It's just extra at this point. So all of that is done. Then I'm going to turn it right side out. So this basically is how it's looking so far. Let me turn this down a little bit so it can show on the table. There we go. That's much better. So as you can see, so for the next step, this is the seam right here that I sewed on, right? So if I fold this in half, I have to go ahead and know that this is going to be the point where I want my bow to go, because I'm making a knot. So I'm going to tie it in a knot right here. But while I'm doing this, I'm trying to be mindful of this stitch, these two stitches right here. Make sure they line up. And what I'm going to do next is see if these are the same size, which they aren't. So I'm going to go and move this knot over just a little bit more so I can have my two sides that are somewhat uniform, like this. Okay, so that's going to be my bow looking situation, right? So now that I have everything, let me turn this over here, showing, oh, it still seems like it's a little bigger over there. But anyway, here we go. Those two are the same size, essentially. And what I like to do for mine is I like to match up the seam part. See these two where I stitched down in the beginning? I match them together because those are going to be pieces that I will join together. And then I'm going to find another clip to do this part. Okay. Also, what I'm going to do is turn one of these inside out like that. All I did was just pretty much scoop it inside out. That way, I can sew all this together, and I'm going to leave like a little small opening to flip it right side out in a minute. But everything is in here. And I'm going to leave a little opening. And again, that opening is going to allow me to open it inside out. But I want to have enough because I have to put that big old knot through here. So that's something to remember as well. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to make sure I stitch all this together. So I'm going to start right here on this side where I have all these clips. And again, I have this opening here because that's where I'm going to turn everything back around. So I'm going to put it on the machine. For the back stitch. Then I'm going to go around it. Now I'm coming up to the part where I have the hole, and I'm going to back stitch because I don't want that to tear or rip or anything like that. And I'm going to take that off, cut my edge. Now I have this little hole here, and that's more than enough to pull everything back out for my headband. Okay, so to close it, because we still have this hole right here, I'm going to turn everything inward like that. That way I don't have any type of edges exposed. And then I'm going to pin it closed like this. Or I can use my clips. But I like to, for some reason, I just like to, I don't mind using pins for knits and stuff like that. And I'm going to pin that closed like that. And then I'm going to go from here to here with a straight stitch to close that part out. Okay, when I finish stitching that, I'm going to make sure I back stitch it because I don't want any of my threads to open up. And I'm going to do that. And essentially it is done. However, some people do not want this line to be showing on their creation. So what you can do, and that's the beauty of like adjustable knots, you can loosen this knot up and you can literally turn it around and put the knot on the side you want it on. So I'm going to turn around and put it on the side where I stitched at, and that's going to make it look seamless. I'm trying to get this knot without snatching it too much, but yeah, so you can just play with it and put it where you want it to go. So essentially that's it. Now of course you still gonna have this in the back and you can turn that inward, but yeah, that's basically a little headband, you know. That's it. See, I'll be sitting here pulling and tugging on it forever, trying to make sure it's, the other piece is covered. But honestly, don't none of it bother me. But that's how you basically make it look seamless in the back. And that's pretty much the headband. Any questions? Let me see. Now I might actually make this one. I have a black also that I can make it in because again, this is a really easy technique. It's very comfortable. Let me grab this black one and make one of those as well. So I have the black one here, and this is another comfy fabric that I got from my little shopping trip. So I'm gonna make another one of these, and it's very simple. That one I made it what was it, 24 inches long, and I want to say the width was about 14, but when we sold it, we sold off about at least a half of an inch off of it. So with this one, I'm gonna fold this in half like I did before, because I can only probably get like 2 cuts off of this, which is fine. And I got it, I didn't get a whole yard of it because I really wasn't sure about what I wanted to do with it. But these would be nice to make some headbands. So I'm gonna drop another headband from this fabric. And the last one I measured, it was like 29 inches. So this one is, let me see, is 30 inches. So it's about an inch longer. So, and I'm just gonna cut this one in half like that. And the second piece, I'm gonna set it to the side for whatever else I decide to make with that. But again, let me measure the height, the width of this, because we already got it at 30 inches, and that's going to come down to 24 when I cut it. This is about 12 inches or so. I'm going to leave it this wide, but I'm definitely going to have to cut the length because I don't want it too long. But if I cut it at 24, it's still a nice size for the average adult head, if that makes sense. Because I still have to factor in the knot. The knot takes away from the actual size itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. And as you can see, this half doing a lot of rolling, but once I lay it down, I'm going to add some pins to it. And pin it in place. A lot of rolling going on. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to go across, and I might do like half an inch or so, maybe not even that much, because this one isn't as wide as the other one. You always want to back stitch first. Then I back stitch when I get towards the end of it. Now for this one, again, the measurements were 24 inches in height, and the width was about 12 inches. I'm going to cut all this little extra off. Now these headbands, they are a little wider, but I think with them being adjustable, I think it's better because you can get so many different hairstyles with the one that's adjustable. So. And I'm making sure I don't cut my stitching as well by trimming the little excess off. So with that being done, I'm going to turn the right side out, basically turning it like this. And again, I need a lint. It's something about black fabric. You want a lint roller. Hey, woman, well done. How you doing, my lady? I'm actually doing a headband. I just did this one, and so I just decided to go ahead and make another one while I was still up here, and it was, you know, people still in the building, so I said, why not go ahead and do that. And so with this, I'm gonna fold it in half, and of course my knot is going to go directly in the middle. Thank you, love. My knot is going to go right here. So with me knowing where my knot is going to go, I'm going to go ahead and tie it. But the thing about tying my knot, again, I want to make sure that the side that I have sewn up the middle is, all of it is facing me. So this side is still facing up and this side is still facing up, and I want to keep fixing the knot. I gave my neighbor your website. Okay, cool. You know what? I got something for you too. I got some pot holders to match the apron, and I'm gonna send them to you. I'm gonna send them to you this week. Be looking out for them. Um, okay. Just because you one of my favorites. You know you one of my favorites. So I'm gonna turn this way, and I just want them to be equal. So let me turn this to make sure. I do need a little bit more over here, but either way, they're pretty symmetrical. And what I'm going to do is, because I like to put my seams together, I'm going to go ahead and clip those together in place. And so here comes the part where I, you know, tuck them in. So I'm going to tuck this in and put everything in there together. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some more clips to it. But I'm going to leave a big gap, because that gap, I need to be able to turn these inside out. Because I also have to be able to turn the knot inside out as well. So as you can see, I have a lot of clips on this side, but this side I don't. And I'm about to sew that side up like this. And I'm just using the straight stitch. And also, don't forget to always back stitch when you get started. Trying to hold it down so it can be seen. Lay that right there. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Then I'm going to back stitch it. And in that opening, I'm just going to turn everything right back out. And you can see the knot is there. And I do have an opening right here, but that's not a big deal. We're just going to turn the fabric inward, basically making sure the edges are inside of it. And I'm going to grab a couple pins. And those pins will keep it from moving. I'll put that right there. Put this right here. And then I'm just going to start from this side and work my way over here with the straight stitch to close it up. Okay, so again, like I did with the other one, if you do not want all of this to be shown, you can always take the knot and move it around. And once it's adjustable, see, that's why I love like the adjustable ones, because you can make it smaller and you can make it bigger. But let me pull this out. Oh, there's my lines over here. I done missed the lines. Either way, you can just adjust it until you are able to cover the lines up if you don't want it to be seen on your headband. And of course, the straight line is something you can always put on the inside. Yes, I love the adjustable ones. I do. And then you can kind of just pull them out. So, pull that out. And that's it right there. That's about it. That's how that one came out. And it can be pulled more. I'm just leaving it the way it is. And that's how the yellow one, I don't know if you can see it or not because of the chat, but this one and this one. I will put them on my hair, but I got too much hair product on my hair this week. I would definitely try it on when I don't have anything on my head because I don't want to stain them. But it's, for one of those days you want to just, just throw your hair up or whatever and slide it through a headband and keep on moving. I like the thickness too. You know what, I'm going to tell you something? Now that I'm thinking about your hair, it would be really cute. You know how like you want to put your hair up like in a updo to the side? I can see you doing that. I can see you doing that. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much versatile with the thicker ones. Because it was funny. So it was a bad hair day going on around here. And the funny thing is, I actually took one of these and turned it the front way and had the knot in the back to cover the hair up in the front that day. Yes. So I knew it was a hit. Um, after I was able to do that. Because you know what I'm saying? You can still turn it around and use it the regular way. But, if you have like one of the real, real bad front edge days, yes, indeedy. When them edges ain't laying, I wear my hair like that quite often. I roll it, bang, and put it. Yes, you know what? I miss having locks. I just, keeping them clean. I started losing the patience with keeping them clean also. And from time to time, like the changes that I would have with my skin, it started to become a problem. I was already having those without the locks, but I had to eliminate them. But that's a whole nother story. So yeah, it just worked out. I really didn't even plan on someone. I was just popping on live because I was waiting for Shonda, and Shonda asked me was I going live, and I told her yeah. I didn't tell her what time, so I'll probably just end this live and do another regular live. But yeah, like I said, I really didn't even plan on sewing, but I did have some fabric that I purchased this week. And I said let me go ahead and sew them up. And these are nice and this one has like the texture of a weighted, like a lightly weighted I can't really describe it. It's really like, I'm not gonna say fleece, but like a light sweater type. Not light sweater. I can't, like light sweatshirt. I told you we're going to work on another project. LOL. Right. I did not even plan on sewing again. I was like, no, I'm not sewing that today. I came up here with my little ginger ale, little piece of ginger ale in my cup. Yeah, like a microfiber. Exactly. It's really that one is different from this one. This was a full knit, but I like going in there because they have different types of fabric, and also I do have colorful ones that I can do like this. But these are the ones that I got this week, and I was like, okay, let me put that together. Yeah, I always find something to do, even though I didn't even plan on sewing at all. I really didn't. I did not set any expectations for when I hit the live button, but I'm grateful. I swear I had no expectations. I started off sitting on the couch, just you know, and I was like, you know what? I got some fabric, so I actually have a third one. I don't know. Should I do that one? I do have another one, and I was actually about to take a poll to see what I should do next. I Ooh, was you here when I showed my cute little Alabama fabric? Oh my gosh. I want to make a infinity scarf and add the team into it. I think I'm gonna do that soon. Right, I have no expectations. Didn't plan on sewing nothing. I didn't. But I was like, you know what? These will make some cute headbands. Let me make some headbands. But yeah, that's all that's left over with that. And I still have like half of the fabric left over. So if I wanted to take these and add them to some satin, I could. But I can always just make another one of these. And I'll probably see how they do on my what's the name page, because I did I did set up a extra site in the cut, because I see how strange it get over here on Tiki. So I had to make me a I got more than one site. Let's just say that, because it gets strange out here. But yeah, I'm gonna end this live, and I'll probably come right back for a separate live. That way it doesn't. Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to be on my best behavior, woman. Well done. You know what I mean? Just out here living life, trying to enjoy it. Okay. That's just that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one so it's not too long. But I really, really greatly appreciate everybody that's tuning in, and I'm gonna come back live again. But I'll probably just be running my mouth, which nobody wants to hear me talk. So I'll probably do that one next. Ta ta.